Hi, and thank you for tuning in to the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. We are finishing out our week this Saturday, finishing the story from yesterday. I began reading in Matthew about the story of the wise men, and we're going to take it to the very next verse. So we are in Matthew chapter 2, but today, beginning in verse 9, to read the rest of their story as they encountered Jesus. It says, after this interview, the wise men, remember, they were being interviewed by Herod. After this interview, the wise men went their way. And the star they had seen in the east guided them to Bethlehem. It went ahead of them and stopped over the place where the child was. Remarkable. I mean, this is a miracle in and of itself. This is something only God can do. When they saw the star, they were filled with joy. They entered the house and saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshiped him. Then they opened their treasure chests, and they gave him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. This is such a beautiful image. Can you picture it? These wise men with these lavish gifts, they've traveled so far, and now here they are at the home of Jesus. It's believed by now he would have potentially been a toddler, maybe 1.5, 2.5 years old. And so he was a little boy with his mother, and here these kings came and gave him these gifts. What gift are you prepared to give Jesus this season? I'm sure you've thought about gifts for others. Maybe you thought about the gifts you want to receive, but I'm sure gifts are on the mind of everyone. But what gift can you give Jesus? What does he really want? If he made a Christmas list, this would be very cliche, but if Jesus made a Christmas list, what would be on it? Would it be things? Would it be extravagant gifts? Or would it be just names of people? Does he just want you, right? Does he just want to have a relationship with you if he doesn't? Does he just want your attention? Does he want your worship? Does he want your time? Does he want your dreams and your goals to be centered on him? Does he want your priorities to include him? Does he want your talents to be used for him? Seriously, what does God want from you this Christmas? I don't know everything, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't want you to be busy and distracted and overwhelmed and burdened. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want you to be forgetful or distracted away from what he's doing in your life and what he wants for you. What if you gave him attention this year? What if you gave him a sacrifice? What would that look like? What if you fully surrendered something that he's been asking for a long time? What if you fully trusted him and you just stopped relying on your own ability? What if you begin to talk to him? Like really just talk and listen and communicate, spend time. What if you waited on him? You weren't always rushed with something more important to do, but you just rested in his presence. What if you depended on him and you relied on him and you asked him for help? What if you took his advice? What if you sat at his feet? Don't forget to give Jesus a present this year. What if you thought of something very specific that you think he'd like from you in your life? And what if you made a decision to give it to him wholeheartedly, unreserved? And then you trusted him that he'll do with that what he wants. Let's not forget that this season is all about Jesus. And as we go shopping and as we put things under the tree and as we make preparations, let's not forget about him. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I want to invite you, if you're in the Shrewsbury area, to come to church tomorrow as Pastor Nabil will be continuing our series called The Giver. Beautiful Christmas series. You can also catch it online, but I hope to see you there. Otherwise, I hope to see you again on Monday for another Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.